Hello guys, very good evening. Welcome to ServiceNow Global Certification Program. So can anyone confirm me that guys? Is my voice is audible to you, right? Yeah. Guys, please answer me in the Q&A box, guys. So yes. So instead of giving the replies in the chat box, so please there will be one there is another section called QA. Okay. Yeah, okay, fine, guys. So I hope everyone knows so like why we are here today, right? Yeah. We'll start. Actually, I'm waiting for others to join. So why? Because only 36 are joined, right? This is a day one session. So only 36 are joined. That's why I'm waiting. Okay. So guys, okay, we'll discuss about it. Like, does anyone know, guys, what is ServiceNow here? Yeah, for a daily session of ServiceNow, we met here. Yeah, that is a fine thing. Okay. Next, any other answers from your side? Okay, it's a cloud-based platform. Okay, online learning platform. Okay. Okay. A source that provides the only learning platform. Okay. Business process. So all you're giving like a very near answers to the service. So someone is giving a fantastic answer like ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform. So that provides workflow automation and IT service management solutions for business. Yes, exactly. But okay, fine. So okay, guys. First, we'll discuss like why we are here today. So then we'll go for the ServiceNow actual topic. So first of all, let me introduce myself. So my name is Prashant. So we are from Smart Bridge Technologies, Hyderabad. So today we are here to teach you about ServiceNow platform. Okay. So I have personally like I have 8 years experience in IT. So coming to the ServiceNow, I have 4+ experience. So within that, like I have 15+ certifications in ServiceNow. Okay. So that's about my quick introduction. So coming to the ServiceNow. So someone is giving the answer like ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform that provides workflow automation and IT service management. So until workflow automation, it's perfect. So but coming to the ITSM, so in ServiceNow we have multiple modules. So not only ITSM here. Okay. So let me share my screen here. Hope my screen is visible to you, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 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 Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Fine. Fine. Thank you. Thanks for the information, guys. So coming to the service now. So before learning any tool, so not only service now, before learning any tool, first we should know the basics. Like we should know what is the tool. Yes. So what is the history of that particular tool? So what is the hierarchy? So what is the architecture? That we should know first. Okay, we should learn the topics first. Then only we'll go for the advanced level, like how it will work, how it is the architecture, everything will be. Okay. So coming to the service now, just come here. So let me check chat box. Okay, fine. So first we'll discuss about this program. Okay. So what is global certification program in service now? So how is going on? Okay. So how it will be like? Yeah. So this is the actual and entire roadmap of this particular program, guys. So just observe here. Currently we are in day one and as well as we are in the roadmap one. So just observe the point number one. So in the point number one, it is mentioned like ILT, VILT sessions. So first we should know what is ILT and what is VILT sessions here. So very simple, guys. ILT is nothing but instructor-led training. So that we call as in-person training. Okay, in-person training. Normally we call as physical sessions. Okay. So what is VILT here? So VILT is nothing but virtual instructor-led training. So currently we are in VILT session. That is nothing but virtual instructor-led training. So I'm explaining in the virtual, so you are also listening in the virtual, right? So this is a step one. So this administration part, entire part will be in the VILT session itself only. So after completion of this session, okay. So we are moving to the second map, that is second part. So that is mentoring or AMA sessions. So what is mentoring AMA sessions here? Okay. So very simple, mentoring is nothing but, for example, in the first roadmap, in the first part, so we'll discuss all the topics which is related to the ServiceNow administration. Still, if you have any queries, so while you're practicing the topics or else, so while you're practicing something, if you have any queries, simply we need to ask in the mentoring and AMA sessions. Okay. So every day we will give you some time to discuss all these things. But these mentoring and AMA sessions, especially for the question and answers. Okay. So once this step is done, so we will enter into third step, that is mock and grand assessment test. Okay. So what is this mock and grand assessment test here? So I think you already know about the cost of ServiceNow certifications. So it's almost 25 to 30,000. Okay. And the thing is, so it will give only one attempt. Okay. So we need to pass in one attempt only. So for that purpose, we need to prepare ourselves in advanced level, right? Okay. Simply from this smart vision, we will conduct mock and as well as grand assessment test, which is in the patterns of CSA exam. Okay. So once you cleared this mock and grand assessment test, then only you will like get a green flag. So what is green flag is nothing but just it's like a confirmation email. Okay. So like whether you are ready to or else whether you're qualified, whether you're okay to write the CSA exam here. Okay. So that is the thing. So like from Smart Vision, we will send you some email confirmation. So like you are eligible to write CSA exam now. Okay. So just note this point, your honor. So like why? Because after completion of mock and grant assessments only. Okay. So once it is done, so we will let you know like how to create a web accessor creation account and planning to write CSA and CAD examinations. So here we should know what is CSA, what is CAD here. So does anyone know, guys, what is CSA here? The meaning of CSA? So certified global access exam. Okay. So any answers from others? Yes, exactly. CSA is nothing but certified system administrator. Certified system administrator. So very simple, guys. For example, for example, so just now I told you like that I had 15 certifications in ServiceNow. If I say blindly, so like someone feeling like whether he is telling false or else whether he is telling truth. Even you don't know like until unless I show you my certifications. Okay. So like that, for example, if you say like I had CSA sir, how can I believe that? Yes, this is the point, right? So for that purpose, simply we have one portal called partner portal. So we can search, we can display our certifications in the partner portal itself. Okay. So CSA is nothing but certified system administrator, guys. CAD. What is CAD here? CSA is nothing but certified system administrator. So what is CAD here? So certified application developer. So coming to the PPT here. So once you will get a green flag from the smart breach, that is nothing but you are eligible to write CSA exam. So then after we will let you know like how to create a web accessor creation. So web accessor creation is nothing but just very simple, guys. So by using web accessor only, we will write the exams in ServiceNow. Okay. So that is one simple step. So that is we need to create one account on our names. So that will let you know soon. So once the web access creation and already you know the everything you prepared very well. So in the next step, in the sixth step, so like you will go and you will write the examinations. So then you will become, so you will globally certified as CS and CAD. So like you become as a certified system administrator in ServiceNow, you become as certified application developer in ServiceNow. Okay, up to six, from 1 to 6 is the route map. This is the process for the certifications. Up to 6, this is the process for the getting the certifications in ServiceNow, getting certified in ServiceNow. So what about 7? Okay. So simply I'm telling like this session is not only for the certifications. This session is not only for the certifications. So our aim to get place in one company, right? So for that purpose, simply we will conduct interviews with industry experts, as well as we will provide you some capstone projects. Okay. So once the projects are built by yourself and you prepared well for the interviews, so simply we will conduct the interview sessions with industry experts. Okay. So once everything is done, so once you are brushed up with your service skills, simply so like you know the opportunities, everything. I think so. Like everyone is familiar with the interviews, everything like so how the companies will ask for the interviews. So, okay, how they are looking for the interviews. So, how they are looking for the candidates. Okay. So, our final goal is destination. So, what the destination is? Our final goal is to get place in a reputed company. Okay. So, this is the complete roadmap of this particular session, guys. So, what is this global certifications? So, what is this cohort session? Everything like. So this is a roadmap. So currently we are in roadmap number 1. So that is nothing but point 1. So currently we are in VILT session. So after completion of VILT sessions, so we'll go for the mentoring and AMA sessions. So once it done, we'll conduct mock and grant assessment tests. So once it is done, so like we will send you one confirmation email for the writing for the CSA and CAD examinations. So once it is done, so like you're certified as globally certified as admin as well as developer. So once it is done, so simply we'll assign you some projects. So you need to work on the project and as well as we'll provide you interview questions. So once everything is done, we'll conduct some mock interviews with the industry experts. So if everything is done, if everything is perfect, so you will be placed in reputed company. Okay. I think everyone cleared. Now everyone having some picture in your mind, right? Yes. So just observe here. So just now we discussed about this slide. Okay. So next coming to the next thing. So what is ServiceNow here first? So ServiceNow is an American software company. Okay. So ServiceNow is an American software company based in Santa Clara in California. Okay. So next, who is the founder of the ServiceNow tool? ServiceNow application. Okay. So ServiceNow is founded in 2003. So the founder name is Fred Luddy. Okay. So the founder name is Fred Luddy. Okay. So coming to the next point, it was named as GlideSoft. So what is GlideSoft here? So now everyone is calling like ServiceNow, ServiceNow, ServiceNow. But when it is found, the name was not ServiceNow. So the name was GlideSoft. Okay. So in 2003, the ServiceNow name was GlideSoft. Okay. So after in 2006, its name was changed to ServiceNow. Okay. So ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform. It is an American software company. Okay. It is founded in 2003. The founder name is Fred Luddy. Okay. So earlier the name was GlideSoft. So now it is changed to ServiceNow. Okay. So next, already we know this point, like ServiceNow is a comprehensive cloud-based platform. So designed to help organizations so manage, streamline their digital workflows and enterprise operations. So what is this line states that? So ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform, guys. So we already know this point, but just tell me what is cloud-based platform? So what is meant by cloud here? What is meant by cloud, guys? Does anyone know the answer? And just tell me some examples of cloud-based applications here. Yeah, AWS, Amazon. So we can store our data without use a local computer. Yes, exactly. So remote server, yes. Google Cloud, yes. Next. Yeah. So we have a lot of applications nowadays. So Gmail is a cloud, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. So first, the meaning of cloud is nothing but so yes, a cloud-based platform is a service we can use over the internet. So very simple, in simple words, we can say like cloud is nothing but the application or the platform which we cannot access without having internet. Okay. So which we cannot access the platform without having internet. So this is a perfect meaning for cloud application. Without having internet, we cannot access anything that we call as cloud. Okay. So now we have a lot of examples like AWS, Dropbox, Gmails. Okay. Yeah, Zoom. So everyone knows a lot of applications. Okay. So like that, ServiceNow is a cloud-based application. So this is specially designed. So let me, yeah. So ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform designed to help organizations. So designed to help organizations for managing their streamlines. So what is the streamlines? What is the managing things here? So for example, so you are, I think you're from the college itself, right? So like you're purchasing BTECs, yes? So like in your college, like just take one example of administration. Okay. So few colleges are few organizations. Oh, Abhishek Kumar, don't worry. I already told you. So like this is a free internship program. Okay. So I will let you know the what is that OHR details by tomorrow. Okay. Don't worry about that guy. Okay. So don't worry about that. Okay. So just observe that. So if just taken a small organization, if anything is required, simply we can store the data or else yeah, okay, fine, guys, no problem. So for example, let's take it's a small organization. Okay. So I have some company called X. So if it is a small organization, so in my company, just 50 employees are working. Only 50 employees are working in my organization. If I want to store my employees data, if I want to store their personal details, if I want to store my company data, simply I can use any Excel sheets, any local machines, that is fine. So why? Because I have only 50 members are like that. Okay. So in my company, if anyone wants any leave, if anyone wants any permission, simply he can approach me directly and he can tell me the reason. So then I will give approval. Then he can leave the company like that. He will leave the company. So like that, it will work. So coming to the big four organizations like Tech, Infosys, TCS, KPMG, IBM. So a lot of companies are there, right? So there are in the KPMG or else in the TCS. So in the big four organizations, so there are some lakhs are working, lakhs employees are working. Even they don't know like their manager. So just they knows the name. Okay. So why? Because that particular company is having multiple branches in the multiple countries. Yes. In the world, they have different branches. So their manager will be in America. So employee will be working in India. Okay. For the time being, how we need to streamline the process. So how we need to streamline the process. So that is the best example. In that case, simply we'll make use of this ServiceNow tool. Okay. So by using this ServiceNow tool, so we can simply manage, we can simply streamline their work operations. Simply we can manage their work and as well as digital workflows. Okay. So next, the platform integrates with numerous systems and applications. So what is this integrate meaning? What does it mean by integration? What is the meaning of integration, guys? Does anyone know the meaning? So to add service to another platform, yes. Multiple data get into one system from different system. Yes, exactly. So in humans, like for example, if I, so now currently I'm talking with you, right? So yeah, means joining things together so they work as one. Okay, fine. Yeah. So that is nothing but integrations, right? So communicating to each other. So that may be machine, that may be humans, that may be anything other things. So communicating with each other, we call as integration. Okay. So coming to the service now, we can easily integrate with another systems. So how integration will be like? For example, just assume that currently I'm using some application called some Jira tool I'm using currently for my managing my operations. Everything will be like that. Okay. So currently I'm using Jira tool for storing my employees data. So now I'm purchased my ServiceNow application. Now I want to integrate Jira tool with ServiceNow. So why I need to integrate here? So I have the data in my Jira tool, right? So now by integrating the Jira with ServiceNow, I can transfer the data from Jira to ServiceNow without having any data loss, without data breaching. Okay. So in IT department, in the IT services, the main thing is data breach, guys. Okay. So without having any data breach, we can simply integrate with ServiceNow. So that is an easy task in the ServiceNow. So we can simply integrate with ServiceNow and we can transfer our required data. Okay. So that is the last line states that the platform integrates with numerous systems and applications, allowing for seamless automation and enhanced productivity. Okay, across different tools. So different tools is nothing but whether it may be Jira, whether it may be Salesforce, whether it may be another tool, whether it may be another tool. Okay, so we can simply integrate with ServiceNow to transfer the data from one tool to another tool. So next, users of ServiceNow. So up to now we have seen like what is ServiceNow. So now the thing is users of ServiceNow. What is the use of using ServiceNow here? Okay. So first one is IT service management. Simply we called as ITSM. Okay. So for example, just assume that in your company, so you're working in a company, so there will be an issue called network issue. So like, so you're working on some project, but Wi-Fi is not working in your organization. So if it is a small organization, okay. So if it is just a small scale organization, simply you can contact your TL or else simply you can report your incident, report your problem to your manager or any candidate. Okay. But if it is a big organization, okay, even you don't know to whom you should report. So that time, simply they will use one application for reporting their issues, for escalate their issues. Okay. So like that, in the service now, we have an application called ITSM. Okay. By using this IT service management, we can manage the incidents, we can manage the problems, we can manage the changes. So what is this incident? What is meant by problems? What is meant by changes here? So very simple, guys. Incident is nothing but it's a unplanned interruption. Unplanned interruption means, for example, you are working in something in your laptop. So suddenly, so Wi-Fi is not working. Okay. So you are working in your laptop. So suddenly something has happened in your laptop. So that we call as incident. Incident. Okay. Something has happened that we call as incident. Unplanned interruptions we call as incident simply. So what is the problem here? So problem is nothing but very simple. So just I'm taking example of Jira guys. So in the real time, like, so we will integrate with another tools. Okay. So just I took an example of Jira here. Okay. So next coming to the problem. So problem is nothing but very simple. So multiple kind of same in similar incidents we called as problem. Okay. So for example, in our organization, so there are the building of 5 floors. Okay. If the first floor, second floor, both are facing the same issue. Okay. So that we call as problem. Okay. If any one candidate is facing the issue, that we call as incident. If multiple candidates are facing the issues with the same similar problem, so that we call as a problem. Okay. So what is the change here? So change is an easy task. So like it's very simple. So for example, just we took example of Wi-Fi, right? So just I'm taking the example of Wi-Fi here. You can take anything. You can assume anything. Okay. So like change is nothing but, for example, let's take an Wi-Fi issue. So it may be a recharge. It may be a router issue. It may be cable issue. So for example, if the issue is cable, simply we need to change the cable. We need to fix the issue. For fixing the issue, simply we need to change the cable. Okay. For example, the router is not working. Okay. For that purpose also, we need to change the issue. Okay. We need to change the particular router. So coming to the real time, like how change will be work is nothing but, for example, you are working in an organization. So you are working in a product development. Okay. So how change will work here is nothing but, so you need to like, you need to upgrade the work from one machine to another machine. Okay. So you need to update your work from one machine to another. You need to transfer the work from one machine to another, from one tool to another tool. So that time we need to apply the change requirements in the service now. Okay. So there are multiple stages in the changes, like you need to take approval from your manager. You need to take approval from the client for applying changes like that. Okay. So just the second application is like HR management. So we already know HR management. So like everyone knows mostly about HR. So in the company, HR like playing a key role. So for taking employees into on board and their leave and their leaves and their approvals and their hikes, everything will be their work. Everything will be captured by the HR itself. Okay. So for that purpose also, like we can simply having HRSD module in ServiceNow. So that we call as HR services deliveries. Okay. So if any company wants to involve in the finance, so like for example, let's take assume of KPMG. So already we know like KPMG, it's completely about financial related issues. Okay. So mostly KPMG employees are working in finance related issues only. So like they are working on calculations. So everything will be like that only. So for that purpose also we have one like module that we call as, one application we call as finance operation management. Okay. So not only these three managements. So in ServiceNow we have a lot of applications. So ITSM, it stands for IT service management. ITBM, it stands for IT business management. ITOM, so that we call as IT operational management. So FSM, finance service management, and as well as HRSD, so HR service deliveries. So SecOps, GRC. So we have almost 100 plus applications in ServiceNow, guys. Okay. So if anyone asks like ServiceNow is a ticketing tool, so just simply say, so in 2003, so we have only one module in ServiceNow. So that is ITSM. So that time only, so we called as ticketing tool. But coming to the upgradation in the next generation, so like we have multiple modules, we have multiple applications in ServiceNow. So like currently we have 100 plus applications in ServiceNow. Like ITSM is an application, ITBM is an application. Here we have HR management, right? So HR is an application, finance is an application. So GRC is an application, SecOps is an application, DevOps is an application. So like that, we have plenty of applications in ServiceNow. Okay. So we'll go to the next slide. So next we'll discuss about architecture. So what is the architecture of ServiceNow here? So the first point is this is a multi-instance. This is a multi-instance. So what is multi-instance here? So very simple guys, multi-instance is nothing but, so we can create a ServiceNow application. We can access a ServiceNow application. From these ServiceNow applications, we can create a number of users. Okay. For example, let me take an example. So I'm the proprietor for one company. So for my company name is X. Okay. So if I'm the owner of from X company, for my operations, I'm taking one application called ServiceNow. I purchased ServiceNow application. So once I purchase the application, it's like they will give me some URL, they will give me some data like related to the ServiceNow. Okay. For operating my company, I need to create some employees details. I need to create some employee accounts. Okay. So where I need to create the account? Within the ServiceNow instance only, within the ServiceNow account only. Okay. For example, how this multi-instance will work is nothing but, so my company URL is, for example, my company is X. So the URL will be like x.servicenow.com. Okay. So this is the domain of my company. So for example, let's take one more user or else one more employee joined in my company. If I create any record, if I create any application, if I create anything for him, simply the URL will be like x.servicenow.com only. So the URL does not change anything. Okay. So that we call as simply we call as multi-instance. Multi-instance means we can create n number of instances, we can create n number of accounts within the ServiceNow platform, within the one domain. That we call as multi-instance. So I will show you this in live. So don't worry about it. So next, the second point is it services as a pass. So what is a pass here? So does anyone know what is a pass? So I think everyone familiar with SaaS and PaaS. So what is APAS here? So PaaS is nothing but platform as services. So what is SaaS means software as services. So what is meant by APAS here? Oh, great. Oh, someone already gave the answer also. Application platform as services. Yeah. So very simple, guys. So what is the use of APAS here? Okay. So what is meant by APAS? So APAS is nothing but application platform as a service. So what is the use of APAS here? How it will be work in ServiceNow? Okay. So very simple. Already we discussed like, so in ServiceNow we have a lot of applications. Okay. So let's take an application called incident. Okay. For example, in the service now for tracking the tickets, for tracking the works, we have one application called incident. Okay. So incident simply we will use for the tracking the escalations, tracking the requirements like that. Okay. For example, we are not satisfied with that particular application. We are not satisfied with the same application. Simply, we can create our own application. Okay. If you are not satisfied with the default applications, we can create our own applications as per our requirements. Okay. For that purpose, ServiceNow will support. ServiceNow will give you the platform. Simply that we call as APAS, application platform as a service. Okay. So next, single data model. What is single data model here? Okay. Single data model is nothing but, so already we know. So take any cloud applications, data will not be stored in the application itself, within the application itself. Okay. You can take any cloud-based platform. So data will be stored in the data centers itself. Okay. So for example, just now we discussed about multi-instances, right? So in the point of that, like we discussed, we can create a number of users. We can create a number of users. For example, so my name is Prashant. Okay. So in this ServiceNow applications, I have modified something. I have changed something. Okay. For example, let's take one more candidate from you. So you and me both are working in particular company. So in that, so we have one application called ServiceNow. So we both are working in a same project. Okay. If I made any changes, if you made any changes, everything will be changed. Everything will be updated in single data model. So that is nothing but, for example, so we have one data center near to us. So for example, currently we are in, for example, Hyderabad. Okay. So we have one data center near to Hyderabad, that is, which is 5 kilometers to our company. If I change anything, if you change anything, so everything will be stored in the data centers. Why? Because so ServiceNow is a cloud-based application. So that changes which we made, that will be stored in the data centers itself. Okay. So single data model is nothing but, if I made any changes in the application, if you made any changes in the application, both will be changed, both will be stored in the same domain, in the same data center. So that we call a single data model. Okay. So if I change anything, that will not be stored in one data center. If you change anything, that will not be stored in another data center. So we are both working in one company. If you are both working in same, under same ServiceNow application, under same domain, the same will be stored in the single data model itself. Okay. So next, high availability architecture data centers. So just now we discussed, in the cloud application, everything will be stored in the data centers. So for our service now, so we have high availability of data centers. That is nothing but, we have multiple data centers for storing the data, for storing the software information of any company. Okay. So what is this frequent backups? So for this frequent backups, we have one separate concept called update set. Okay. So already we know, like for any cloud applications, like take WhatsApp also. So Google Photos also. So every time they will ask like to take a backup. Okay. So in ServiceNow also we have some concept called update set. So by using update set, we can take the backups whenever we require. So that we call as, that comes under frequent backups. Okay. So this slide just showing the key concept of ServiceNow platform. So not only ServiceNow guys, take anything, take any application. So take WhatsApp, take Instagram, take Snapchat, Facebook, everything. For every application, we have two phases. So one is client side, another one is server side. Okay. So client is nothing but which we are accessing. So we are the users, right? So which we are accessing, that we call as client side. Okay. Then what is the server side? Okay. So server side is nothing but simply it's all about operations, about database. So for example, let's take one example called WhatsApp here. Okay. So like in the WhatsApp, if you send any message, okay, if you send any message to your friends are like that. So if you read the message simply, so that message becomes like the right tick becomes blue color. Okay. If you did not read, still it is in some black color. Okay. So currently we have like now we have multiple features like if you delete the message, so like so that will showing like this message was deleted by someone or this message deleted by the admin itself. Okay. So how it is like, so in the database they have designed something by using APIs. So like in ServiceNow also we have two phases. One is client, one is server. Okay. So client is nothing but very simple, which we can see, which we can access, that we call as client. So server is nothing but simply we need to go with database operations. So that may be create, that may be delete, that may be update, that may be read. Okay. Sir, can we access the presentation? No guys, no Anubhav. So I have no access to share this presentation with you. Okay. So next, the next slide is why do we need ServiceNow? Okay. So up to now we discussed about what is ServiceNow, what is the use of ServiceNow, so what is consisting of, what is containing of. So the next thing is why do we need ServiceNow? Okay. So in our regular life, what is the use of ServiceNow here simply? First, the point is streamlining the process. So just now we discussed about streamlining the process, how it will be like. Streamlining means, for example, if it is a small organization, simply I can approach my manager, simply I can approach my TL for accessing, for asking something. If it is a big organization, simply we need to follow some step. Okay, for example, let me take an example in your college. So you can directly contact with your class teacher or else HOD like that. But you cannot directly contact sometimes with your dean, with your CEO, with your admin department. Okay. But if they want to know about you, simply we can send a email. Okay. Then only they will get to know like someone is facing some issues. Okay. If it is a big four company, okay. If it is a big four company, so we need to streamline some process. For example, I'm the employee. So I need apply a leave. Okay. So I need to apply a leave. Simply I can open an application. Simply I can apply a leave with some proper reason. Okay. So here we can streamline the process like I'm the employee. If I apply any leave, the email should be sent to my manager only. Okay. So not to the entire team. It should approve for it should go for the approve for my manager itself. My manager only. If it is approved, if it is approved, then it will go for the next candidate. Okay. So or else if it is go for the HR approval. Okay. If HR approved the same, then again it go for the another candidate approval. So that is nothing but it's like a streamlining the process. Okay. So by using ServiceNow, we can simply streamline the process as per our requirement. Okay. So second point, improve the service management. Okay. So very simple. If you streamline the process, okay, if you streamline the process, definitely it will be improve the service management. Okay. So for example, let's take an application called Amazon. So Amazon will deliver the services, will deliver the goods. Okay. If everything is fine. Okay, for example, if I ordered something, so like we will get a message like, so the order will be delivered within the 2 days. If everything is fine, so in the Amazon there will be a streamlining process. So like the delivery time is showing 2 days. Why? How it is showing 2 days? They already know. So the product is available or not. They already know the transportation is available or not. They already know whether the delivery agents are available or not. Okay. So everything already they consider by using them. So like they already streamlined one process. If any user ordered something, so first they need to accept the order, then you need to take or they need to collect the particular product from the agent, then they need to give it to the particular agent to deliver the user or customer. So that is a streamlining a process. So they already streamlining the process. Then only they get to know like they will inform us to the product will be delivered within the 2 days. Okay. So if we streamline the process, simply we can improve the services. Okay. Next, cost reduction. What is the cost reduction here? So cost reduction is very simple, guys. So cost reduction is nothing but like ServiceNow. We can purchase ServiceNow in low cost. So that is not a correct word. That is not a correct sentence here. How cost reduction will be like? For example, in the ServiceNow, we have already told you. We already discussed about. In ServiceNow, we have 100 plus applications. Okay, but coming to my end, coming to my requirement. So in the applications, in the 100 applications, I need only 2 applications. Okay. Simply we need to pay for those 2 applications only instead of pay all the applications. Okay. For example, the ServiceNow cost is 3 crores. So if we pay 3 crores, so we will get all the applications which are available in ServiceNow. But in my point of view, so I need only 2 applications. Okay. Simply we can pay for the particular 2 applications in B. For that application, simpler cost is 10 lakhs. Okay. Simply I can pay only 10 lakhs. I can get the access for those 2 applications only. Okay. So that is a point of cost reduction here. So next, enhancing collaboration, data-driven decision making, scalability and adaptability. So these three comes under like company point of view, organization's point of view. So enhancing collaboration is nothing but, so we already know about integrations. So just now we discussed about integrations. So collaboration is nothing but the same thing, like we can collaborate with another applications also. So easily we can collaborate another applications whenever it required. So data driven decision making. So this part also just now we discussed. So streamlining the process and as well as data driven decision making is the same thing. So only the thing is, in the streamlining process, we should decide like who is the manager, who is the authority to approve something. Okay. So the same thing in the data driven decision making also we should apply. So like who is the decision maker here? For example, in your college, the decision maker is the college head, or else your class teacher, or else your HOD. So for example, in my company, the decision maker is my manager. I'm not a decision maker, right? I'm just employee. So who is the decision maker here? So my TL is the one type of decision maker. My manager is the one type of decision maker. So by based on the particular data, if it is related to the HR, the decision maker will be HR itself. If it is a finance related head, a finance related data, so the decision maker is finance related head. If it is a normal application development, the decision maker will be manager or else TL. Okay. So this is a point related to the service now, that is data driven decision making. So the last part is very easy, scalability and adaptability. So we already know. So the scalability thing is nothing but, so what we call simply scalability is nothing but we can standardize the process. We can take as a standard. Okay. So like how the service now maintains standards. Okay. So adaptability also, so like it is very, very easy to learn. So that is a point of adaptability here. So in our point of view, in general point of view, we can call adaptability is nothing but. So in general, adaptability means we can like work together like that. So we can collaborate like that. But coming to the learning process, adaptability means in this case, adaptability means simply uh, we can learn easily. Okay. So adaptability means in this case, it is like, so we can learn easily the tool. So we can learn easily. So by natural language, we can learn the ServiceNow tool. So it is not a big task to learn this ServiceNow tool here. So next, some typical business process here. So this is nothing but some applications which are available in ServiceNow. So that is just now we mentioned, like just we mentioned, this is just few things, guys. So already told you we have a lot of applications in ServiceNow. So but coming to the process, just we mentioned for your information. So incident management, change management, problem management, asset management, service catalog management, HR case management. I will give you small brief about it. Okay. So incident management is nothing but first, incident is nothing but it's a unplanned interruption, right? Okay. So how incident management will work here? Okay. For example, if any employee is working, if any employee is facing some issue, that we call as incident. Okay. So incident management is nothing but, so they will provide solution without affecting the business services. Okay. So without having any data breach, without having any issues, simply they will resolve the issue within the some particular time. Okay. So that we call as incident management here. So we already discussed about problem and change. So problem is nothing but multiple incidents we called as problem. So problem management means simply they will assume, they will analysis about the problem. So if it is completely severe problem, so simply they will raise a change ticket. So like, so they will assume that this is a big problem. Simply we need to remove that or else we need to replace it. Okay. So like that type of decisions will take in the problem management. So change we already know. So change is nothing but replacement or else remove. Remove or replace. We can remove it or we need to replace with another one. So asset management is nothing but very simple, guys. So we know assets is nothing but like in general term we call as things. For example, in take any organization, so there are a lot of assets. So laptops is an asset, desktop is an asset, keyboard is an asset, AC is an asset, projector is an asset. So how asset management will work is here nothing but within the organization, we need to note down all the things which are available within the office. Okay. So simply we have asset management in ServiceNow. So we can note down all the things, details in the asset management. So what is service catalog management here? So service catalog management is very simple. For example, your laptop is not working properly. Okay. So you want to take a new laptop. You want to order a new laptop. Okay. So simply in ServiceNow, we have one concept called service catalog. Okay. In the service catalog management, so the management team will be design some applications. So design some products. For example, my company name is X. In my company, I have 200 laptops. Okay. I can post all the details in one item that we call as service catalog item. Okay. So employees can visit the particular site. So employees can order anything if required. Okay. So we can provide the goods by their approval manager or CEO approvals are like that. Okay. So HR case, so already we know. So in the HR case, simply we will track all the details of employees. So when it is he onboarded, at what time he is reporting, how many hours he is spending in the office, at what time he is leaving the office, and as well as hikes, appraisals, hikes, everything will be like we will maintain in the HR case management here. So portfolio is also applications, guys. So just now we discussed all these things. So ITSM stands for IT Service Management. For any operational issues, we can simply use of ITOM. So SPM, strategic portfolio management. So if anything related to the HR, simply will make use of HR management. So if anything related to the customer service. So just now we discussed about Amazon, right? So in Amazon, if the deliveries get delayed, simply we can contact the customer service team. Okay. So like this, if any organization simply will make use of CSM portal here. So SecOps. So we know, we already know like every organization having some security settings. Okay. For like keep the data safe in the organization. So for that also simply we have one application called security operations. Simply they call as SecOps. Okay. So like in the future, like we will discuss deep about all these things. So these are the requirements. So these requirements will do all these things in the practical itself. So ServiceNow requirements, we can do all these things. So by day, like first we should create our ServiceNow application, then so we can access all these permissions. So access and permissions, working with forms, collaborating with data tables, everything will do in the practical itself. Okay. So these are the same thing. So just now we discussed all these things: incident management, change management, problem management, release management. So these are the modules in the ITSM, IT service management. So this is one of the important thing, guys. So first, ServiceNow versions. So the first version name is Aspen. So the next Berlin. So Calgary, Dublin. So here the noted point is every year they will release two versions, guys. For every quarter, they will release one version. Okay. So simply we can expect an interview question like currently we are in which version of ServiceNow. Okay. So currently now it is 2025 June, right? Okay. So tomorrow we are moving to July. Okay. So currently we are in Yokohama version here. So here we mention like Q1 2025. Okay. So that is nothing but the current version of ServiceNow is 20 Yokohama. So the coming version is Zurich. Okay. In the July itself, so we will move to the Zurich. So these are the versions you need to remember. So currently we are in Yokohama version. So the next coming version is upcoming version is Zurich. So these are the some important links, guys. If required, you can take a screenshot also. So first link states that ServiceNow product. ServiceNow product is nothing but just now we discussed all these things: ITSM, ITOM, ITBM. So that we call as products, guys. SecOps, DevOps. So that we call as products. So simply these links will be available. These links are already available in Google also. So if required, you can just take a screenshot. So next, docs.servicenow.com. So what is the use of docs here? So docs is nothing but documentation, guys. So for example, if you want to learn, if you want to go through any particular topic in ServiceNow, simply we need to search for the topic in the ServiceNowDocs.com. So like it will give all the formal abbreviations, formal definitions for the interview purpose. Okay. So it's like an official page of ServiceNow for preparing interviews, everything. So next, ServiceNow community. So what is the use of community here? So I think you already know aware of community for every application. So there will be some communities. So in the ServiceNow community, for example, if you're working in an organization, so you're working on some project, so you're facing some issues. Okay. Simply you can create one ServiceNow community account. You can post your queries there. So there will be like there are a lot of architects are there, so lead architects are there, some managers will be there. Okay. So they will simply read your query. So if they know the answer, simply they will reply, or else they will like assist you some uh, answers like we need to follow these steps for achieving this like that. Okay, so that is the use of community here. So next, customers. So customer is nothing but clients. So we already know. So for service we have n number of clients. So like we have government also. So healthcare, government, financial. So we have a lot of clients, a number of clients here. So like TCS, IBM, as well as KPMG, Infosys. Okay. So all these are the clients, customers of the ServiceNow product. So clients is nothing we already know like who is using ServiceNow. So we already know like 95% of MNC companies are using ServiceNow product here. Okay. So by this word, you can just assume that how many customers are there for our ServiceNow product. So the actual topic coming to the now, the what is the prerequisites to learn ServiceNow here? So what is the prerequisites to learn ServiceNow? So if you know that just basics of JavaScript is enough. Just basics of JavaScript is enough to learn ServiceNow here. Okay. So now the important thing is now learning platform. So what is now learning platform, guys? Does anyone any idea about now learning platform in ServiceNow? Yes, you will get recording sessions of this. So please share the PDF. So already told you I have no access to share this PDF, guys. So what is the use of this now learning platform? Okay. So this is an official page. This is an official platform to learn something related to ServiceNow. First thing. Okay. So next thing is I already told you like that I have 15 certifications in ServiceNow. Everything will be stored. Everything is displayed in this now learning portal itself. Next. So vouchers that is related to CSA, CAD, every on-demand course will be available officially in this now learning platform. Okay. So if you want to explore yourself into ServiceNow, simply we need to create now learning platform here. Okay. So this is the most important thing. So now it's time to create now learning platform for yourself also. So I will explain the process how to create a now learning platform here. So next, so this is the PDA account creation. I will show you in the live how to create a ServiceNow account here, how to create a now learning platform account here. Okay. So just give me 1 second. Everyone needs to create this now learning platform, guys. Yeah. Why it is going up? Okay, down. So now I will explain the process to how to create an outlining account in ServiceNow. So just open your browser. Just type for learning.servicenow.com. Okay. So learning.servicenow.com. Okay. So this page will appear. Simply here we have one option called sign in. Click on sign in. Okay. So for myself, I already had an account in ServiceNow. So come down. Here we have an option called new user, get a ServiceNow ID. Just click on that. So simply here you need to provide your email ID. So like provide official email IDs, guys. So don't give any fake email IDs. Don't give any temporary email IDs here. Okay. For example, for myself already I have account. Can I have any details from you? Can anyone share your email ID? Yeah, we'll provide the URL. Don't worry. So yeah, Arjun Sharma 05sa@gmail.com. So for example, now I'm creating a now learning account to the Arjun Sharma. Okay, I'm copying that email. I'm taking the same email here. So email. So can I use your first name as Arjun? Yes, Arjun Sharma. Can I use your first name is Arjun, last name is Sharma? Is it okay? Yeah, okay, thank you. So I'm using simply first name is Arjun, last name is Sharma. Okay. So now you need to select the country. Then we need to select the state. So may I know your state, please? UP, right? Yeah. So now it's time to create a password. So this password containing of at least 8 characters, at least 8 characters. And in the 8 characters, we need to use one capital, at least one capital. Just observe here. If you just click here, it is showing some like instructions. So have an uppercase, have a lowercase, have a number, have a special character, have at least 8 characters. So not containing part of username. So this is a username, right? So not containing of that particular username. Simply I'm giving so some password. So you need to accept the terms and conditions. Then click on sign up. Yeah. So just observe here. A ServiceNow ID has been created for you with Arjun Sharma. Arjun Sharma, can you open your email ID? Just open your email ID. Just click on verify email. So once it's done, just let me know, Arjun. So once you verified your email, just let me know. So someone is asking like, provide me the URL. Okay. So let me open here another browser. So yeah. So I have provided the email ID. Yeah. So you already write. So let me log in it now. Yeah, Arjun Sharma. Yes, fine. Next. Here I'm opening. I'm giving the password. Yeah. So Arjun Sharma, just provide me the OTP here. Check your email ID once. Check your email. 232715. So coming to the set multi-factor authentication. So if you want to use authentication app, so simply you can use this. So simply we can skip this. Okay, I'm skipping. So simply every time we'll get a OTP to the particular email address. Yeah. So very simple, guys. So by using just 3 steps, so we can create our Now Learning account. Okay. So now just I created Now Learning account to the Arjun Sharma. Okay. Simply the courses will be assigned to you in this section. Okay. The courses will be assigned to you in this section. Okay. So once the courses will be assigned to you, I will let you know how to access the courses, how to start the learning process here. Okay. So if you have any queries about creation of Now Learning account, just let me know here. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, no problem, Neha Sharma. If it is done, no problem. So if anyone did not create anything, just I'm explaining for them only. Okay. Everyone needs to create this account, right? So that's why I'm explaining step by step. So those who do not create Now Learning account, so please create today itself. If you already created, then use the same thing. So any queries on creation of Now Learning account? Hope everyone cleared, right? So no doubts, right? Yeah. So once it is done, so this is a now learning account. Okay. So now we'll create PDI. So what is this PDI here? So this thing is already done. So now we'll create PDI. PDI is nothing but personal developer instance. Personal developer instance. Okay. So in this application only, so coming further, we'll create user accounts. So we'll create applications. Everything will create in this PDI only. So now the thing is how to create this account. Okay. Next, is it free or paid? Okay. So don't worry, it's completely free of cost. Okay. So now just come here. Okay. So just come here simply. So this thing is done. I'm simply clicking on logout. So now learning account is already created. So now I will create PDI, personal developer instance. For that purpose, simply we need to search for developer.servicenow.com. So developer.servicenow.com. Just click on enter button. So for myself, it is already logged in my account. So once I click in developer.servicenow.com, so this page will appear. Okay. So we have no account, right? For that purpose, simply we need to click on sign up and start building. Click on sign up and start building. So again, we need to provide email address, everything. Okay. For coming to the Arjun Sharma, already I created now learning account, right? So simply I can click on sign up to an existing account. Okay. So the email ID is arjunsharma0588@gmail.com. Simply click on next. So password. Click on sign in. Yeah. So here it is asking like, do you code? Okay. So do you code? So you want to write a code or else just you are taking for the guided experience. Simply, so we need to become a developer. So for that purpose, simply we need to write a code, right? For that purpose, simply I'm selecting yes, click on next button. Okay. So next, what best describes your job responsibilities? So I can select these three. I want to become a developer. I want to become a designer. I want to become an admin. So once these are done, simply I'm clicking on, I'm agreeing the terms and conditions. Click on finish setup. So once this is done, so this page will appear here. Okay. So just click on request instance. Okay. So once it is done, click on start building. Okay. So this will take few seconds. So we need to wait. Yeah. So just we are getting like your instance is ready. Okay. Just click on open instance. Yeah. So this is the developer page. This is a home page of PDI guys, personal developer instance. Okay. So I request everyone to create this account now. Okay. So I'm giving you 15 minutes of time. So utilize the 15 minutes time. So please create now learning account as well as PDI account guys. So you need to select developer PD. So not guide experience. So already 3 members done. Yeah, excellent. So everyone need to create guys. So this is the most important thing. Okay. Yeah, 5 members are done, 6 done. Everyone needs to create here. So while creating now learning account, so please give the details as per your government ID guys. So whether it may be Aadhaar, voter, driving license, passport. Okay. So use the same thing. So I hope everyone created the account already. So like I have seen some replies like everyone is saying done, done, done. So that is nothing but look, you already having accounts in service now. So that's really great. So then we'll go for the next thing. Let me share my screen here. Okay. So this is my personal developer instance. Okay. First come here. So first we'll click on profile. First we'll discuss about these options. So what is this? Okay. So first the option is activate plugin. So we already know what is the use of just plugins. So plugin is nothing but it's like a just add-on to the particular applications. If you want to active any plugin, simply will make use of this option. Okay. So next, manage email properties. So we already know every application is consisting of email properties. For sending an email also, for receiving an email also. So we have some properties. So if you want to enable it or else if you want to disable it, if you want to change any properties. So simply we'll make use of this manage email properties. Next, what is this release instance? For example, currently I'm using this instance. So after 1 month, I built some application in this instance. So here we can use for both the things. One is, for example, I made some mistakes. I have changed some platform properties. I have changed some platform configurations. So now my instance is not working as my expectations. So then simply we can release this instance. We can get a new instance. Okay. Simply if I click release instance. So why we want to release this instance? So anything you can select any option. You can click on release instance. Okay. So if your instance is not working fine, so or else if you want a fresh instance, you can select your option. So you can select any choices. So then you can click on release instance. Okay. Then you will get another new instance. So next, change user role. Here we can select two roles. So one is admin, one is App Engine Studio creator. So this App Engine Studio is completely about to development part. So currently we are learning about admin part. So simply I selected admin. So if I change this to developer, if I change this to application App Engine Studio creator, so this is also changed to another interface. Okay. So the interface also will be changed. So remove demo data. What is this remove demo data? So in this instance, so these are the applications. For every application, for example, I'm opening anything. I'm opening this my tags. If I open this, so these are the data already available in this ServiceNow instance. For example, I don't want to all this demo data. Simply we can click on remove demo data here. Okay. So next, reset and wipe instance. So very simple, like in our mobile, we have restore factory default, right? So we have default settings in our mobile. So like that, if you want to reset the instance, simply we'll use this reset and wipe instance. Next, manage instance password. So for this instance, we have some email ID, sorry, we have some user ID, we have some password, right? So if you click on this, here you will get this particular instance name, this particular instance URL, this particular username. So that is nothing but admin username. So admin dummy password. So this is a default password. You need to change this. Okay. In the further class, so like we'll see like how we need to create a user and how to set a password for the particular user. Okay. So next, refresh the instance. Simply if you want to refresh or reload this instance, we need to click here. Okay. So what is meant by upgrade? So just now we discussed like versions, right? Currently we are in Yokohama version. So if I click on upgrade here, you will get some versions details. So currently the version is Yokohama patch 4. This is the latest version. Okay. So sometimes you will get like here we have Washington, Xanadu also. For example, currently I'm in Xanadu or else currently I'm in Washington. I want to update my instance to Yokohama. Okay. Simply we need to use this upgrade instance. So we need to select this particular instance. Then we need to click on upgrade instance here. So these are the options, guys. Okay. So if you have any queries about these options, please mention in chat box. So you have chosen guided experience by mistake. How to fix it? Don't worry. You can just log out and log in and try again. No problem. So if you have any queries, guys, about these options, so how to use these options, anything, just let me know in the chat box. Yes, you need to choose it. Okay. So this is about today class, guys. So in the today's class, we have discussed about what is about this program and what is ServiceNow and its impact, and as well as history architecture of ServiceNow. Okay. So in the tomorrow class, we will discuss about how to create a users, how to create employees in the within the platform itself. So how to create a users, how to create a groups, how to create a roles. So how to change the ServiceNow platform. Everything we'll discuss in the tomorrow's class. So if you have any queries, just ask me in the chat box, guys.